We'll be on next week. Moose is going, guess what? They're not staying in my house anymore.
Psych.
I have evidently I have a ghost.
Hey, you know, your
a
microphone
ghost
is
in my microphone. It wants to rise on its own. I'm like, what? Why are you wanting to rise? Why are you wanting to go up? So during the podcast, if my microphone just automatically just starts rising,
start standing up.
Not me, just so you know.
Moose is gonna stand up with the mic.
Yes.
Just
shirt.
No, the real answer, you know, see, I love how Moose likes to try to make believe that, you know, he doesn't have the latest and greatest, right? It's not that his mic is going up by itself. Moose has got a anti-gravity room.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So he's it's going through prototype, right? He's testing it out. NASA has reached out to him. A couple of movie industry, you know, they say, hey, let's see if this really works. We want
powered by mice, by the way.
Yeah, well, you know, whatever it's powered by, whatever. But
he's got gravity boots on right now. That's why
mice get tired, mic goes up. It's great.
Yeah, so yeah, that's funny. But you know, so he's checking to see if this device can keep gravity stable in an enclosed environment.
Yeah.
So to his point, when he was saying is, no, all jokes aside, when the mice get tired, the gravity's not being stable and the mic starts, you know, so
no contact.
I like how you try to change it and make it seem like it was like, you know, something's wrong with the device you have. No, it's anti-gravity room. I think
can you see what this does? It have a symbol there? I think it does, doesn't it?
It may. I can't see it.
It's for sure not here, but it's you know, it's a Rode mic.
Boom podcast,
you know, sponsor, absolutely. You know, you guys don't know all the sponsors, right? All right, there you go.
And sponsored by Anti-Gravity.
Let's
We're
go.
also sponsored by a podcast for sci-fi.
Hey, real quick before you start pressing buttons and getting music going and turning the gravity off again.
Yeah.
Hey, I got two quick things to show. Something. I got a delivery today, in the old post office box.
Okay.
And it was hey, it's funny is that I don't recognize the person that sent it to me. Somebody called Milli Vanilli.
Yeah.
To me, and I was like, okay, well, let's go ahead and open this.
So not really Milli Vanilli, just somebody pretending to be. You're saying
someone who took credit.
All right, that makes sense.
So I opened it up, and I gotta tell you, man, I don't know about you guys, but I got something pretty cool.
Oh man,
yes, let's go.
Man,
let's go.
Hey, all I know is that you all the time getting stuff from somebody who makes that stuff. I'm just saying, you get stuff all the time.
You just need to know who Milli Vanilli is. That's all.
That's it. You don't know. You know the right
and I want you to know. So I got these. I showed you three, and I got the limited edition golden ticket one.
Yeah, you got that one.
The golden ticket.
Hey, by the way, that was the first one ever. By the way, that was
it's lovely. Number one.
Yeah, number one.
Let me ask you just one question.
Start number.
How many items have you received that have stuff etched?
2, 3. No, 2 for sure. 2
for sure. 2
for sure. 2
like 4.
Well, I mean, if you count these individually.
No, you had that. You have something else, and you got something like a mug when it came out.
Don't know. Hey, you talking about this game guide or the other game guide? Let's go.
Hey, and then you got something you said you didn't even get.
Oh yeah, that I mean, you're counting that. You said what I got. You're not talking about what I didn't get. That's
okay. We know you still got it. I have got nothing. I'm just saying.
Nothing.
I've received nothing with any kind of etching on it.
Wow.
Yeah, you better get in touch with Milli Vanilli.
I need to.
You need to start. Do something nice. You know what I mean?
Oh, I hook them up with deals all the time. I don't know what else they want.
Both of them.
Hey, that's the problem. You're hooking them up with deals.
All right, I got you.
I don't know.
Message loud and clear. Message received.
So, and then here's the other thing that came across. I put some work into, and I actually gave Magic Mike a little sneak peek as it was in progress. But it's finally done, fellas.
Oh, there it is. $200 worth of Lego building. Yes. How many hours did it take finally to build this thing?
A week's progress. So every day,
or if we measure that in podcast, that's actually
4 months.
Yeah, 4 months worth of post.
Hey, as we continue along, you know,
being a little generous.
Check this out.
That's pretty cool. That's nice. I'm actually surprised you opened it up and put it together because I would have left it in the box on the shelf.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. I love that.
That opens up.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool, man. I thought
by the time Moose got to it, it'd been brittle.
No. If there's one thing I found out about Legos, they never run dry. So
hey, brittle, and he'd be like, I wonder if there's a warranty on this. and then the flux capacitor.
Oh, that's nice. They have Lego. They have Lego Care. Did you buy Lego Care for
that? 3 years. It was optional, but I got it. And then one last thing for this piece. One last thing. Boom.
Oh, that's right. That's it.
Nice.
You finally got it. There it is.
Got his hoverboard. He's been waiting all this time.
Hey, come on. Y'all know about Tech Deck.
Wow. That's old school. That is old school.
It's fitting for what it is. It's fitting. 86.
Very nice. That's very cool, Game God. Awesome. I'm jealous that you have that. But I did see the Captain America shield. I think you were talking about that a few podcasts back.
Yeah, did you pick it up?
No, I didn't pick it up because there were so many that I wanted, but I just couldn't afford them all. Like they have the regular NES, they have the Super NES, they have Bowser. Have you seen Bowser?
Yes.
It's huge.
The question mark, the brick.
Yeah, the brick. They've just so many. And I was gonna buy Optimus Prime and send it to you, but I knew you wouldn't appreciate it. So
as long as we didn't roll out, I got it.
Yeah,
how many did you buy, Moose?
I bought
you believe that, Magic Mike? You believe that?
I don't believe that.
But I tell you, here's the deal. You will believe it because I spent 45 minutes looking at all of them. So
hey,
I know where they are.
Yeah.
They're tucked behind everything.
Yeah, he spent 45 minutes hiding it behind the luggage.
Yeah. I put Captain America's show right between the Hanes and the socks.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah.
Don't worry, they're there.
Absolutely right. So it's funny you mentioned that. Here's the problem. So I built this, right? It looks great. And now I want to buy another one. That's the problem. That's the problem, right? And here's the other piece. Moose, when I went to the Lego store, they have this awesome Dungeons and Dragons piece.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a castle with a Tiamat and the eye holder. Yeah.
I haven't seen that. That's very nice.
Yeah, $350. So it's
you didn't pick that up for me.
That's it.
No, I listen. I held it.
Wow.
I was like,
you get back and you have this package from Milli Vanilli, and then still nothing, huh?
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I know how you feel, Moose. I know how you feel.
You know what I'm saying? You go and then you get this.
Hey,
you get this. You see these things. You're like, oh, you look at this. Look at this cup. Look at this thermos. Look at this Tervis tumbler. Limited edition. Available. And you know what? I'm like, it's mine. I'm not getting it for anybody else.
Yeah.
See what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Right there again.
Yeah, 3,000 pieces. By the way, on the Dungeons and Dragons.
That's very nice.
$350.
I wish
you got it already. Stop playing.
Wish somebody would have purchased it for a special event like tomorrow or something like that for me.
What's tomorrow?
It's a special day. Day.
Oh, you know what? Magic Mike.
What is tomorrow?
Something gets old tomorrow.
No, gets younger.
I don't know.
You're right. It gets more gray.
The old Benjamin Button feel.
Is that what we're calling it now?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Magic Mike, how do you recognize it?
I'm already seeing some of the results of.
Just because you see me in 4K doesn't mean you got to make fun of
the future of tomorrow.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, my knees hurt.
Listen, I'm a wizard. What do you want me to say?
Hey, are you the gray or the white?
You're a thumping good one, I'd wager too.
Today I'm the gray.
Tomorrow he's the white. Okay, that
maybe.
So yeah, man. Another year closer to the sun. Is that what they call it?
I think another trip around the sun.
Oh, that too.
What it is?
Yeah, closer to the sun.
Although
it does feel like it. It does feel like it.
He's only got a couple more left too. So
hey, didn't they say Vegas had the hottest a day ever recently?
Yeah.
Did you experience that, Magic?
132 degrees.
I did experience that. That was
it hot?
Yeah, you just don't go anywhere. You just stay right in the house.
That sounds like Florida.
You look outside, you're like, nah, I'm good.
That's just like Florida. Yeah. You know, I look outside. I look out and I go, oh, it's 90 degrees. I'm staying inside.
Not even close.
No.
Yeah. Nobody comes out in Florida until like after 8.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nobody comes out in Vegas till after midnight. That's when you start to get back down to 100. You're like, oh, it's 100 now. Okay, we'll go out.
Hey, the floors is searing right now. That's good. Let's go out there. Yeah. Hey, I walked the dog the other day. The dog was like,
oh, you can't take the dogs out. You cannot.
Let's go back inside.
You gotta put the little feet on them, the little things on them. Yeah,
little feet. What do you got? Dogs with no feet?
Dog shoes.
Dogs with no feet.
Oh man, there's dogs with no feet.
That's what happens when you take them out.
Put your feet on.
You gotta put feet. Hey, dogs like. Ooh.
Hey, when you can start training your dog to put its feet on, then you know you've done a good job.
Yeah. Exactly right. Hey, wipe your feet. Let's go.
Hey, game guy's not there yet.
No, I'm not. I'm not there yet. I got time.
All right, let's get to it. You guys take all day to talk about this stuff.
That was half the podcast right there.
And we'll see you
Let's
next week.
go.
Still shaking. All right, let's do it. Let's get started. Today on the podcast, you're going to get a little House of the Dragon that we didn't get to last week because it was so exciting with other stuff. You're also going to get a little Captain America trailer. Yep, that's been released. And then any goodness that might come from that, you're going to get that too. But first, we listen to this.
According to Wikipedia, a nerd is a person seen as overly intellectual, obsessive, introverted, or lacking social skills. Many so-called nerds are described as being shy, quirky, pedantic, and unattractive. We're here to prove Wikipedia right.
Oh, look who they let in.
This is Podcast for Sci-Fi, where all things sci-fi come to life. If it's fantasy, sci-fi, gaming, movies, interviews, we're talking about it. We're talking about it. This is Podcast for Sci-Fi, and here's your host, Moose, Game God, and Magic Mike.
Welcome to Podcast for Sci-Fi, where all things sci-fi come to life. Episode number 439, all in one building. That's right, folks. We've done this all in one building. We've never left the podcast seat. We actually do these pre-recorded. No, that's not true. You can actually catch us live on Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come join us on Facebook and YouTube. Let's stream everywhere. Let's do it. Let's go.
Hey, if we're in the same building, this is an interesting building. Just by checking out our backgrounds.
Different floors.
We didn't get to House of the Dragon last week, guys. I don't know if you remember this. Right? The last thing I said on the podcast, I think it was something like, we'll talk about it next week. Well, here we are. Where if you haven't called up to date, you're fine. But if you've called up to last week, then we're going to talk about it. Can we start there? Game God, I know that you're a fan. You're a fan of GOT. You're a fan of House of the Dragon. And I thought it was, since we started watching, I thought that the last, few episodes kind of been blasé. They kind of set the storyline. And they mentioned so many people that I forget about all these houses and places. And I'm like, I don't know where that's at. I can't remember. I remember that name. I don't remember where it's at. And then I'll look at the scene and I'm like, oh, where are they at there? They're in is that Hightower's place? Oh, no. Is that the Red Keep? No. What's that?
That's Castle Lannister.
Yeah. So I'm always trying to figure that out. I don't know what it is. And it takes me a while to settle in and to know. And I don't check my map. I don't read the compass. I don't do any of that. I just listen. But there were some exciting things from one episode. And you said to me, finally. And I was like, oh, well, I guess you could talk about that. But yeah, there was some action. There was some fighting. Maybe that's a better word for it.
Yeah.
And it's stuff that you wanted to see. I mean, we didn't see the dragons. And when was the first time we saw a dragon in GOT? Was it like
near the end?
Yeah, towards the end, right?
Yeah. It was near the end. It was
yes.
I mean, definitely the season before the last probably is when you started, and you only saw glimpses of it. Like you didn't really see full on flying. Like it's like, hey, look in the sky, it's a bird.
Or when you did, it was completely dark, and you're like, is that a person? Is that a dragon?
I saw an eye.
I think We lost streaming. It's black. Oh no, there it is. It's back. It's back.
There you go.
You couldn't even see the scenes. And this one, you get to see a little bit. You get to see a little bit of fighting, and you saw the dragons fight, which was interesting. More than one, by the way.
Yeah. So
up to 3 dragons you get to see. And you get your pick. Dragon number 1, dragon number 2, dragon number 3. I don't think there was any question of which dragon was going to win on this.
Oh, absolutely.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, when you go, so you go back to the last season 1, the end of season 1, right?
Yeah.
Is where you get to see major dragon action, if you want to call it, right?
Yeah.
And the dragon we're alluding to is Vhagar, right? Yeah. The biggest of all the dragons,
right?
Yeah. The biggest, baddest boy in the pen. And then, you know, obviously, if you haven't seen season 1, there's a story of how he, you know, the writer of him was unexpected, to say the least.
For the first season, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And at the end of the first season, you know there's a bad dude because of what he did to end the season. He basically chopped the dragon in half.
Yeah.
And that ended season 1. So we fast forward to season 2 now, and you know, I think in the beginning, we're accustomed to seeing dragons. Like, okay, you know, so yeah, you'll see them in the background. It's like oh look, it's a pigeon. I mean, a dragon. But you are absolutely right. So it did the episodes leading up to this was episode 4 we're particularly talking about. The episodes leading up to episode 4, I like to call them chess moving pieces, like chess episodes. Like you're setting up the pieces, setting up the houses, like you're saying, setting up the places. You know, we saw we saw Stark, we saw some Starks, we saw
which is fun.
The wall, we saw the wall.
Yeah, the wall, yeah.
We alluded to, we talked about that the last time. So you kind of get to see some iconic areas, but at the end of the day, everyone's tuning in to see what's in the name, right? We're seeing to see dragons. And Moose, you said it right. We didn't see 1. Right. Well, first of all, did you expect to see 3 dragons?
No, I did not.
Right. Did you expect to see 2 dragons?
No, not really. So I expected maybe to see 1. Yeah.
So I expected to see the 1 because we knew she was scoring. And listen, I'm not going to even try to say her name. Right. We're not. This is. We expected to see 1. And by the way, that dragon was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That dragon was a champ.
Yeah.
Right. Right. And then so you see the 1. Then you see all of a sudden
the fastest dragon.
Now
put that in mind. Yes. Put that into context because she's this dragon was the fastest dragon. Yes. With that being said, she could have run with this dragon, but chose not to.
Well, she was away from it. Right?
Yeah. But I wouldn't have done that. I'm just telling you what I wouldn't have done. So just saying, if I had that dragon, I wouldn't have done it.
Well, I mean, there's a little bit of pride there, right? So, you know, there's some pride, you know, so I get that.
Some stupidity.
Yeah,
I was going to say, I don't get the pride piece. I don't get that at all. You could tell by her action, it was more about, let me stand up for what I'm here for. Let me do what I was asked to come do. That's what it was about. I don't think it was about pride. No, it was just about, not like, I'm going to go in here and try to live up to this. No, I don't think that was it. She knew. You saw it in her face. She's like, hey, I'm not going to make it. I'm not getting through this. She knew it.
But we're gonna go out fighting. So you know the piece for me. I'll ask you this, Magic Mike. So you had the dragon, her dragon. So it's the wife to the guy who leads the fleet.
Again, I think back to who had the fleet in GOT, and I'm like, okay, I'm not sure if I remember but you know what? And by the way, and I don't mean to say it, but it's the most boring piece of the storyline to me. So I get kind of bored with that
because it's so indecisive. I think it's what it
doesn't mean anything really, because we know at the end
the sky rules the wall, you know.
It doesn't even matter. Just like the wall, like seeing the wall and these things doesn't matter because we know what happens at the end. It's like, who cares? It doesn't mean anything. They're gonna take the wall down just like they did all the other times. Like it's because the way that it ended is just horrible.
Absolutely. So I'll ask you a question since Moose set up the page for us here. Magic Mike, what did you think about the king coming in there with his dragon and what that whole scene was about? What's your thought process on that?
Well, now I gotta think. What you talking about? Was the 3 dragons that were fighting?
Yeah, when the 3 dragons fighting. So you.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, I was like the king.
Was it Sunfire?
Sunfire.
Something like that. Fire.
Listen, is that the miniature dragon? Is that what this is? Because I'm telling you, he comes.
The king hand painted his dragon, by the way. Very much.
That's what it looked like. It was like Paper Mario. It was Paper Dragon. As he comes in, well, here's the thing. He had it planned, and his plan didn't go his way. He thought he was going to get the backup from the big dragon, but that was planned out how that was going to play, and that's because of something happened earlier in the show, in that particular episode, that did not go very well.
So do you think he knew of that plan? I thought he didn't know that Vagar was there. I thought he thought he was the only dragon that was going to be there, and he was going to
because the new hand now, his right hand man, the new hand, the soldier guy, he knew he was supposed to be there.
Well, yeah, but I thought he made that plan with Christian and Aemon.
Yes. Yeah, I didn't think I don't think the king knew that Aemon was in the bushes.
Well, listen. Okay, so to answer your question, hiding in the bushes, he's a young king, and he's being baited, and he's falling right into the trap.
Although
saying,
his mother told him exactly what to do: sit down and do nothing.
That's exactly right. Yeah. And he takes that as, I'm like, no, I won't be told what to do. And he goes in there, and he's a young king trying to prove himself.
I think he thought he was going to go in there and save the day. That's what I think he thought. He was going to ride his dragon. He's going to go in there.
He thinks he's saving the day every time he makes a decision. If you're watching the series,
you're absolutely right. But I think he because when Vagar was about, first of all, can I tell you that was a really cool scene that the dragon was just covered in like camouflage.
Gosh. It's like he's just sitting there underneath that, and he's just laying down.
Like Moose got something to say. Go ahead, Moose.
First of all, I'm like, how did you miss this? You got a dragon the size of a castle in the middle of and you missed it when you're flying your dragon around like you had some great camouflage.
He just looks like a mountain.
Come on, man.
Hey, listen, that was good camouflage. It looked like those videos of the guys that are dressed up as bushes and scare people as they walk by. That's what that looks like.
They actually have better camo than this dragon.
But to go to that point, he sees the dragon fly overhead as he's about to take off, and he said, "No, let's let this play out a little bit, right?" So,
yes, he does.
So that leads me to believe the king didn't know, right?
So yeah,
and I don't think the king knew that there was going to be her dragon there.
Oh, he didn't know that at all.
But here's the deal: when Aemon decided to do that, he also decided, "I'm about to be king."
Yeah, yes, that's exactly right.
So
you riding the biggest, baddest boy out there. Like this dragon already proved to you that he can eat a dragon. Right.
Yes.
So he doesn't have any fear. The only fear that Aemon has is that can he control the dragon?
Right.
I think it's his fear.
Do you think it's so? I don't think so.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think that he knows the dragon is powerful. I think he believes that the dragon is allowing him to be controlled, not that he's actually controlling the dragon.
Right.
So I think that's what it is. But when I saw that scene start to unfold, I had a nasty pit feeling in my chest. I'm like, this is not gonna end well, and I was watching it with someone else, and they don't know the series, so I'm kind of coaching them along the way. Mm-hmm. And I told them, look at this dragon. This is, and just the way Vagar takes off, it's like one, like I can feel it where I was at. I felt the breeze.
One.
yeah. And so the flap of one wing, and then
or we call it.
You got to get the accent in there. It's not an English accent; it's a regular accent.
Okay, all right. Unlike some people, I could do the English accent.
So then at this point, if I'm riding any dragon that's not Vagar, I'm like, I'm out.
But that's me. I'm like, look, first of all, I've seen this, and so if it would be like rolling. Look, it's like going onto the basketball court and you see Shaq come out for the other team. You're like, hey, I'm just gonna walk around. Hey, you got it.
You already know that castle's going down.
Yes,
you know what's happening. Just leave. Go. What are you waiting around for?
Walk away.
Well, and so now, we get into the midst of the fight. You got the two dragons that are not Vagar, so Sunfire and whatever the other lady's dragon is called.
Okay.
And they're tumbling in the air. And that, by the way, that's a pretty awesome scene. They're clipped on each other. Yeah. There's fire. How are the writers not getting?
I wondered that. I wondered that already. So I'm like, okay, I'll just make believe.
Hey, what else can you do?
I'm gonna close this eye.
What else can you do? You just pretend it's two dragons fighting. Forget the
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
Right.
So you see this happen, and then all of a sudden you see Vhagar just come out and just torch them. Like, oh my goodness! Like the fire that Vhagar spit out engulfed two dragons.
Yeah.
That's the size of this dragon, right?
My gosh.
Yeah, yes, exactly. So there was a lot going on in that scene.
Well, when the king went down, first of all, I want to say that I knew right away. I'm like, okay, if he's not dead, this is going to really upset me. Like if he's not dead.
Yeah, I felt the same way. Yeah. Yep.
Well, yep. And of course,
not dead.
he's not dead.
Yeah,
But
so
that's a spoiler alert for this next episode.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate that. Yeah,
he's not dead.
spoiled it for me. Yeah.
you don't have to watch
Alright.
it. You can skip it.
You know,
So
yeah.
we have two game gods on the show tonight.
No.
I let it. I take
Yeah,
the
Game
blame on this
God,
one.
and then we have a so that's what we have. All right. So when that happened, so she takes off, right? Now she's in the air with her dragon riding out. Okay,
Limping out. I want you to
rolling
know.
out, rolling out. She's on the way. Dragon, they don't know where the dragon's at, although he's a dragon, he's in the air flying away. You would think that, oh, okay, well there he is. But they don't know. They don't know, right? They're in the midst of whatever, doing their thing. And she decides, no, I'm going back.
Yep. Straps that belt in tight.
Yeah. Let me clip on now. Now I'm gonna clip.
Yep.
Right. Buckle up, and she goes back to do some more fighting. Maybe she's hoping just to get a piece of the pie on the way out, But yeah,
Dude, there was a moment there. There was a moment that you were like, "Uh-oh."
No, there wasn't. The claws in the chest. That didn't.
You knew Vagar's not going down. You already knew that.
Yeah.
And there was only one direction this was going, and that was for the other dragon to be taken care of. But here's my thing, even before that, before we even get to this piece, when they're deciding what dragon to send, I was thinking to myself, all of them? What are you doing?
Yes.
I'm going to send one dragon. Send them all. What?
Right.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's what I had that thought, Magic Mike. So I agree with you because I'm like, why are we even talking about this? Send everything we got 5 of them, 6, we got 7.
Yeah.
Okay, send them all. Let's send them all.
So great
Exactly.
point you guys bring because most of the dragons is in what's her name, Rhaena or Rihanna, the queen.
Yeah,
the queen's. It's in her possession, right? There's only like 1 or 2 dragons that are not in her possession. One being Vhagar, and the other one being the king who had Sunfire,
who's now dead. Yeah.
Yeah. So they only have 1 dragon.
Right.
Well, you've lost like 2 now. I think they lost 2. She's lost 2 dragons, and the dragons she has left is Daemon's, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Which he's not there.
Hers.
Which then apparently they're not gonna let her ride. So which
She's not allowed to.
yeah, which doesn't make sense. Her son has a dragon, right?
That's right.
Yep.
That's 3.
That's 3.
The girl?
And then the girl who did the scouting.
That's 4.
That's
Yep,
4.
That's 4.
And then they got a couple of babies, right? They get a couple of little
babies,
ones.
right?
Yeah.
But
So
4 versus 1.
well,
I'm
5
thinking
if
4.
they would have went with the
Correct.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, 5.
So
That just didn't make sense to me.
So yeah, I'm with you on that. I didn't put the thought process when I was there. I was like, I can see, they want to protect. But then I'm like, what are they really protecting? What other dragons are coming to attack them? So like, because
You only have to be afraid now of 1.
yeah,
Yes.
And if you got 5 on 1, 4 on 1, I think your odds are good. By the way, you don't have to take down the dragon; just take down
You just got to take down the rider. That's right.
it. That's right. And here's the
One
other
well-placed flame, and that's it.
no. Well, that's not true. We just saw that the fire doesn't affect them when down the dragon aura.
You're right. You're right. Yes.
Oh, you know what? COVID protocol.
Yeah, there you go.
They're good.
Yeah,
You're
there you go. No, once she put the buckle on, she was good. Fire wasn't touching her. Right. So
I got you.
but when you look at it from that aspect, right? At this point, think about the time frame, right? People are scared. Like you heard the comment in this current episode, Moose. I thought dragons were gods, right? So at this point, they look at the dragons as untouchable. Right?
Okay.
So when you guys talk about why they sent 4 or 5, you're not concerned about people hurting the dragon. right? Because no one's even thrown a spear at them. Like, like when you saw Game of Thrones, they were chucking arrows at them, and
Yeah,
you know, like
rocks.
but-
yeah.
rocks at them
Pebbles.
and stuff like that. Yeah. Here, they see a dragon. The dragon had to be 3 miles away, right? It was a black speck in the sky.
running.
And they said, dragon! And they turned tail and started running like they out of there. So
that reminds me of like Call of Duty when you would when I'd be able to call in. I don't know which one it was. You call, yeah, you get AC 130 above.
Yes.
AC 130 above.
All
run.
Take cover,
get inside.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what you did. That's what I did as Call of Duty player.
Absolutely, yep.
But anyway, yeah, they did, and evidently, and now by the way, this Sir Christian or whatever his name is, I can't remember.
Yeah, Sir Cole Christian or something like that.
Yeah, somebody
right, yeah.
Cole. Yeah, we'll call him Cole. Why not? So he's the new hand. So he knows that Aemon deliberately hit the fire on the king.
Mhm.
And he's and so I don't want to give it.
Yeah, don't spoil
Yeah,
more.
So, but he knows. So the question is he going to say anything?
Yeah, that is the question. And
I
what
think he was surprised enough to be the hand. He's like, "What am I doing?" Who can you take?
well, you say that, but I think he also
me?
now he's now that he got past the surprise part, I think he's letting it get to him now.
Who me?
Yeah, who me? Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I think now is that, by the way, is that a chain of hands that he's wearing?
Yes,
Is
Yeah.
it?
it
Yeah,
is. I thought I was looking for his insignia
Oh,
pin.
no,
I was like, "Well, it's on the armor. How do they get that on
On
there?"
the armor, right? Though it's not
Yeah.
like a separate chain. It's just
No,
on the
it's
armor.
like hands
Yeah.
around his collar.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
It
so
is,
I'm
yeah.
like, Moose got that already. So but yeah, I look at it as like, is he ultimately becoming like the Jaime Lannister of Game of Thrones? Like, is he starting to
Mm.
become the
That's a good picture because that's a good question because the little finger has already been
oh
we
yeah,
already-
it's Worm. That's Worm.
worm, yeah,
Yeah, the big worm.
big worm, big little worm.
Big
And,
perm.
and can I tell you, I think he's playing a better job than Littlefinger in terms of
Really?
in terms of how he's manipulating. Now, I like the actor of Littlefinger better. Like, he had more charm, right?
Yeah.
He is. So he
But I
was,
think that little finger's that's
that's
his
his
approach.
MMO. That's his MO. Yeah.
This guy could not have charm.
No,
he doesn't.
this
have.
guy
No,
is
it-
definitely blending
he
the
looks.
background.
I don't think he knows anything about what he's doing. I think he has no idea. He's just he's like, "Oh, I'm the hand now. Okay, this is what I'll do.
Oh,
Oh,
you're
I'm
talking
this
about Cole.
person now. This
Okay.
is what I'll do." Cole, yes.
Yeah.
I don't think he has any clue until he gets to that spot and he goes, "Okay, well, the King's Dragon went down, so I guess I'll be over here."
I
I
disagree.
think
on that,
that's
Mike.
what he's doing. He's not planning anything out. He's just surprised by
No,
everything. He's jumping on the bandwagons.
No, I disagree with you on that. I think that maybe when he first was given the position of hand, he was like, "Oh yeah, well, what? Okay." But I think now that he's taken some places and he's out on the he's getting momentum. I think now he's starting to feel like he's got some power.
Well, he
And-
just got the hand two episodes ago, so that's where I'm at with the season.
Well, you haven't seen 4? Well, you saw the dragon fight.
Yeah, that's when he got to be hand. Right before that.
I don't know. It was an episode before, but yeah, he's doing all those fights leading up to that, and I think that he's gotten confidence in the sense where he know, and then he also did the deal with Aemon. Like so it's not that he doesn't know what he's doing backdoor deals. So how does he not know what
First
he's
of all, he can't go against Aemon because
he's got Vanguard?
Well, yeah, that's true. But because the king is just not very smart.
Yeah.
No.
So you can't go against Aemon because you go,
Well, and you
Oh,
see
yeah,
what's happened to everybody that's backstabbed Aemon and
Yeah.
done something negative towards him. He
By the
lost
way-
his eye. What happened?
by the way, you get chopped in half.
He got mocked by the king. What happened? I'm just saying.
So here's the deal. Ultimately here with all the dragons, with even the king and et cetera, like we know the outcome. We know that all the dragons are going to die.
Correct.
Like, so
Yeah.
it's kind of hard to put yourself in that position anyway to know that, okay, we just win and how. Now that's I'm curious about that. That'd be kind of cool.
I just say wait it out.
Well, and listen, at the end of the day, at the end of the day, in this episode here, there's some information that we're not going to talk about that gets mentioned that
Yeah.
says, okay, well, that'll be a difference maker, right?
Yeah.
So you'll see when you get caught up that you're like, okay, well, that makes sense. We haven't seen anything, but the talk is there, right? And so to your point, Moose, yeah, you see all the dragons, but I think that we're still missing some.
Yeah.
Right. So when you look at that piece, but
How many seasons are they going with House of the Dragon? Do you know?
I think they'll probably do 3.
3?
Yeah, I think 3.
I think you can pull off 4. You could pull off 4.
It's
If
possible.
Star Trek Discovery could go 5,
Oh, man.
Is that the bar? Okay,
Ugh.
I think you could go 4.
you can get a good solid 4. I mean, it'll be taking us into 2032 the way they produce these things.
It will.
you
You
may
only
be
get like three episodes a season at this point.
Hey, at that point, Moose won't even remember what House of the Dragon is.
Yeah.
Moose the White.
Matter of fact, I'm forgetting right now. If you, I don't know if you have more to say about that, but I want to get to Captain America.
Yeah.
Okay.
What else you got? What else you got on House of the Dragon? Is that it?
Yeah, I mean, we can't talk about the latest episode. So, but yeah, up until that point, yeah, that was the best episode, and I think that's probably going to be the highlight, except for the last episode. I think we won't get more dragon action.
Are there only 6 episodes this season?
Is it 6? I thought it was 8.
8? No, I'm just asking. I don't know.
Oh man,
Don't
you
try
gotta
to corner me and pigeonhole me in this.
hey, hedge your bet. Hedge your bet.
It's going to be 6 unless they do 8. That's all I'm saying.
That's a true statement. You know what? For that, you're gonna you deserve. All right. So as you look that up,
6
let's
episodes.
how many?
6.
6. Oh wow. Yeah, well, you know what? I'm gonna give myself a. All right. I was right. Hey, if something doesn't happen next episode, then I mean, you might as well. They might be able to pull this thing out for like eight seasons.
Oh, I'm sorry. 8 is 8. It's 8.
Oh, it is 8.
Oh, hey, give yourself a ding.
You know what? I was
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
anyway.
that's right.
Hey, you were right. You were right either way. 6, 8. Man, you awesome.
And also that as well. Yes. All right. Well, let's talk about Captain America. The trailer, the Captain
have
America trailer. Have you guys seen this yet?
Do we have to talk about it?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I've seen it.
Yeah. I'm gonna let Magic Mike go first on this one.
Are you serious? Okay. All right.
Go ahead, Magic.
Game Guy just never wants to go first. He's like, I just want to.
I went second on the last one. That's as close as it's gonna get.
Listen, as I watched the trailer, I saw some cool things. I just didn't feel like it's a Captain America movie. I just didn't get that. There's some cool things. I'm going to go straight into some of this. I'm going to do a Game God. At the very end.
Yeah, spoiler alert. Here
That's
we go.
right. Hey, listen, Moose did it. I'm going to do it. At the very end, we get to see Red Hulk. And I do have a question. What do you guys think about William Hurt or Harrison Ford? For General Ross.
Well, hold on.
Yeah, he didn't finish one statement and just ask a question on another one.
yeah.
Hey, first of all, there's only
Right.
one guy in the podcast that can do that.
I'm
That's me.
pulling a Game God.
Yeah, exactly. I think Harrison Ford. I gotta tell you.
I think.
Yeah, as I watched this trailer, he was the shining moment as we
Yeah.
get to see him as General Ross, and as he's going to step into the role of Red Hulk, as we get to see. But yeah, there are some cool things. It had a little bit of Winter Soldier feel to it,
It did.
but I'm not sure it's going to
That's
go
good.
that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I just thought it was okay.
Who's stronger, Red Hulk, Green Hulk?
Well, are we? What world are we on? Are we a movie world, comic book world, Snap? Where are we at? Green Hawk's supposed to be the strongest, right?
This is
'Cause
supposed to be the strongest, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So
So what did Red Hulk have that Green Hulk didn't have?
he supposedly he
Mustache?
gets stronger as he gets mad, as he gets more mad, which is the same thing Green Hawk does.
And Green Hulk, there's no
That's
difference.
the same thing.
So
And he's hot, like he can't touch him. He turns fire. He's like he burns.
okay,
So that's
Mhm.
something that he has that the Green Hulk doesn't have.
all right.
Okay.
In Marvel Snap, though, it's different. So if you save your energy, Green Hulk gets stronger. If the opponent saves their energy, the Red Hulk gets stronger. So
Oh, okay. I got
so
you.
it's a different story. But good question. That's the best I can answer it, Moose. But I
No,
got
that's
to tell you,
okay. I'm just curious because people are going to want to know. People
Yeah.
want to know
well, they're going to be comparisons.
what's
right
Red
off
Hulk,
the bat.
Yes. Yeah.
what's Green Hulk, what's Green
now,
Hulk.
From the glimpse we got in the trailer, because it was just a glimpse, catching the shield,
Mhm.
throws it down, right? He looks a little
Mhm.
skinnier and a little smaller.
Eh,
Right.
oh.
So I'm like, Hulk Jr. So, but I got to tell you I
He's not
like
mad
this
yet.
trailer.
Maybe he's not mad.
Yeah, he's not mad enough.
Yeah.
I like this trailer, and here's why I liked it. Harrison Ford. Man, listen, he from when he spoke and he talked about, hey, I want to make this Captain America in a military position.
Yeah.
And then that dialogue actually like, I like where this is going in that sense, in that scene. It's like, so what if we disagree? And he did, I don't know what the next line is. It looks like they cut it off, and he just says, I need your support on this. And I'm pretty sure that's not the next line.
Well, and then when he says, so what happens if we disagree on something? Like, that's a great line.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, and then, and we all know that General Ross or President Ross, as it comes to be in this trailer, is Red Hulk, right? So there's no surprise there. So it's but where does Giancarlo Esposito come in? Because he's in there,
I don't know.
right? And he's playing a villain, right?
Yeah.
So he is a villain. And I'm
With,
thinking,
with weapons.
yeah. So I'm like, is that Taskmaster? It was like for a second there, or some Hydra agent. But and they didn't show a lot of him, and I hope they don't. I kind of want to be surprised of what his role is, right? I don't want more. So this is a trailer that I think that is the right length with the right amount of information. They showed a couple
They
cool
don't,
scenes.
don't need to show anymore.
Yeah, I don't think they need to show anymore because we kind of know already a little bit of the story. And I love the line because I'm pretty sure Anthony Mackie, is that his name?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Came into this role when they offered him Captain America, so to speak. People were saying, well, he's not Chris Evans, right?
Right.
And it's funny. I feel like they kind of make that reference in the movie reference by saying
They
he's
do.
not
Yeah.
Steve Rogers.
He's not Steve
Yes,
Rogers, which
right?
I love. I love that. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
and that's great. I'm glad that they addressed the elephant in the room, so to speak.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because he says, you're right. I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not.
Now, I don't know what that means, in the movie, but I do know that what it means in from an acting perspective.
Yeah, and I'm glad they got that out of the way, right? I don't know how far in the movie that is, but I'm glad they got that out of the way because that needs to be said, right? It needs to be said. This isn't Steve Rogers. Don't expect your Steve Rogers type movie.
That's
so
right.
with that being said, seeing Harrison Ford, I think that was a great addition to get Harrison Ford. They're probably paying him a boatload of money to be in there. I don't expect him, if this goes further, to be in anything else. I think the rest of this will be AI generated, and the Red Hawk will stay Red Hawk. You'll never see him in regular form again, probably.
Yeah.
But I'm actually pretty excited about this. I came into this trailer thinking it was going to be a dud because they've changed the name, I think, once or twice, and it took a little while to get here. But I'm actually pretty excited. I think this is going to be something good.
Well, we also get to see, because we haven't talked about yet, and I just forgot, the leader. He came in from. He's going to be a bad guy, and he may be the main bad guy. I don't know in terms of the brains of it, the operation. But he comes into this. He was from the Hulk with the most recent Hulk, right?
With
Ed Norton.
yes, with Ed Norton. That's
Yes, with Ed Norton.
I'm trying to remember. His name.
So now we get to see him coming into play. I like him as a bad guy. The actor himself, Tim Nelson or something. Sorry. But I like him as a bad guy because I like how he just kind of slips into that role. He can be kind of sneaky. So that'll be interesting to see because we've never seen him in anything other than to Game God's favorite game, Snap, the leader. But I'm also curious about where Isaiah Bradley comes in because I'm not sure. I liked him in the TV series Falcon and Winter Soldier. I liked him as an actor. I'm curious to see where they're going to bring him and how far he's going to play into this.
Look, I like the trailer. I think it's good. I think I agree with Game God. I think they put it just enough in there, exactly what we needed to see. It sets the tone for this particular movie. Now, what don't I like? I think you know exactly what you're going to get when it comes to this Captain America. I think it's Falcon. You know what you're going to get. You know what moves you're going to get. I think introducing other people in here, just like we said, as far as Harrison Ford, as far as Red Hulk, I think you need those types of actors and characters to make you want to go see the movie. Otherwise, I don't think the movie holds a candle to some of the things that Steve Rogers faced.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but is the Red Hulk just a cameo at the end, or is it in the? Is it going to be part of the movie?
I don't know, but well, Ross is not a cameo, so that's a good
Right.
thing.
Yeah.
So you got a good actor.
Mm-hmm.
But like you think of Steve Rogers, and you think, okay, well, he faced a Red Skull. Well, that's Red Skull's iconic. So that's awesome. I love that. And then you go forward and go, oh well, then he faced Winter Soldier, and Hydra. So that's again iconic. Like you just see these iconic type roles, and so where do you go with Falcon? Where do you go?
There's a couple of things I'd like to address really quickly there. I don't think Red Hulk is a cameo because this is the setup for Thunderbolts, and Red Hulk is in Thunderbolts, right?
Yeah.
So
Right.
so I don't think it'll be. I don't think it's going to be the whole
Again,
movie.
It could be a cameo.
That's why I think it could be.
No different than Thanos was in the original,
Yeah,
Avengers.
but that's horrible if they showed that cameo now, right? That's a horrible move.
No, I'm just saying that could be.
Okay. The other piece is the character in there. There's a character in there that's supposed to be Falcon, right? The actor is I guess his name is Joaquin Torres in the movie. He's the new Falcon, right? So
Okay.
so you'll see that separation probably now, like a real clear definition of Falcon.
I know, but still, the Captain America is still going to have wings. He's still going to be flying around. Like so it's just
Is it needed?
It's not. Yeah. Well, I think
Not
I think you say is it needed. That's it's pretty subjective. I think what is going on now in terms of you're not going to have Steve Rogers. So and there's no way to make Steve Rogers unless you make another Steve Rogers, right? So you got to supplement what made Steve Rogers Steve Rogers. So you give him wings, you make him fly, right? He's aerial now, right? Steve Rogers wasn't like that. Captain America wasn't like that. So it's a different dynamic, a different edge, so to speak. And as long as you can separate the two, well, this is ground Captain America, this is air Captain America. I think that it won't be the Captain American that can take Hulk one-on-one, right? I think.
So what is he going to be able to do?
I think he's going to be just like a top tier support character.
Well, see now I feel like you're taking this a direction. This is going to make it bad because you're saying that's my point. So why do we need a Falcon? There's no need for a Falcon.
Well, why do we need a Captain
Well,
America?
I don't think you're going to need it. I don't think you're going to have a Falcon per se. But
That's what you just said. There's
no,
a new
you
guy
will
coming in
have
Falcon.
one. But he's not gonna go anywhere, right? I don't think he's. It's like
Okay.
it's like I know it doesn't make sense the way I'm explaining it. I'm horrible explaining it.
Are you saying that Falcon is a support character, or are you saying Captain America with wings
This
is
is
a
Captain
support
America with the wings. I think even though he has his own movie in the bigger scheme of things, he's going to be a support character.
That's a horrible idea.
He has his own movie because who else is out there right now, right?
That's a horrible idea.
Yeah, but it was horrible when we saw the what was that? The Bucky Barnes Captain America show, the Winter Soldier show. It was horrible then, but it is what we have, And by the way, don't look at the cast for the movie. Just so if you haven't looked at it, they're gonna.
Because of spoilers and all.
There's some characters in there that you may know that they're gonna be there, but at the same time, you're like, I didn't want to know that.
Now I got to go back to asking you why you think you liked this trailer, knowing that Captain America. Well, let me finish it. Knowing that Captain America is a support character. I mean, would you go and see Captain America as a support character in any other movie?
So, great question. Thanks for asking. Right? Thanks for coming. So what I'm going to tell you, I'm not going into this movie looking at a Captain America movie.
30 seconds, Senator.
Yeah. So I'm not. This is not a Captain America movie. This is an action MCU action movie. Is what I'm going in as.
It's a Michael Bay MCU movie.
Wow.
Yeah. This is Transformers 1.
I think
I'm going in.
So you just want to call it MCU and not Captain America?
Yeah. You could call it MCU. The stories of MCU. You could call it.
The stories of MCU. I love it.
Yeah. What if? Okay, I got you.
Yeah. So, but I believe it'll be a good thing. And think about what we have now, right? We don't have anything. Eternals, Fist of the North Star. What was that called?
Evidently, there's supposed to be eternal reference in the Captain.
Yeah,
America.
it's in the trailer. Yeah. It's in the trailer. You just see the hand of one of the Eternals in this. Everyone's so caught up on that.
I know.
It's ridiculous. But when you think about what's out there, like there's nothing good in the MCU universe after Endgame. So
So have you taken your
My
your,
bar has come down.
Yes. Wow.
Yeah, my bar has come down.
This is a good show because this is a good movie because my bar is way down here.
Yeah, it is. Hey, listen, 65 million opening weekend. Yeah, that's a rock star event for them at this point, right? You know, they're not gonna pass 65, right? They're not gonna pass Deadpool Wolverine numbers, right?
No,
It's just
not
not
even
gonna happen,
right?
right? So
But I'm surprised you're giving them 65. Honestly,
I'm giving them 65. 65, I think, because of Red Hulk, if they push it, right? At the end of the day, when you think about it, what's the last couple of movies made for them? Nothing. They've been bombs. So 65 is an awesome weekend.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you. I'm just saying,
It's coming out Valentine's Day weekend.
I think that's a little high.
65 is my. Earmark this episode.
No, I won't. But
Earmark.
you can say 65.
65.
Yeah, all day.
You say 65 again, and we won't believe you.
65.
So
65.
yeah, but that may be only because, to Game God's point, Moose, is that they're riding on the coattails of Wolverine and Deadpool. So,
Well, maybe. Do you think you're going to see one of them as a cameo in that movie?
No,
I just think they'll be like, "Oh, we love Deadpool, so this one's got to be good."
A reference to them in the
Iron
movie?
Man. I bet you see Iron Man and Deadpool.
Yeah.
Which
Hey,
one?
so basically we get Captain America with wings is like basically Iron Man. Is
Yeah.
what you're getting.
Yeah,
Iron Man, the War Machine.
yeah, War Machine.
He just
War
doesn't have the money.
All right, thanks for joining us, guys. We're going to do this again next week.
I was just leaving. Da-da-da-da.
Nerd alert, nerd alert, nerd alert, nerd alert.
You've been listening to Podcast for Sci-Fi with Moose, Game God, and Magic Mike. Nerds have more fun. If it's anything sci-fi, we're talking about it. We had fun, and we hope you did too. We have to split, but we'll be back soon. In the meantime, hit us up at podcast4sci-fi.com. This is Podcast for Sci-Fi, where all things sci-fi come to life. Come to life.